build me a sanctuary that I may dwell among you. I've been thinking about that verse recently as we have tried to contemplate adapting again and reinventing how we're going to worship and how we're going to be in community. And of course, that line itself from Exodus 25:8 is about the Mishkan, the portable sanctuary that Israel carried with itself into the desert. So it was itself an adaptation. And now we are adapting again, and for the high holidays are going to reinvent our homes as mini sanctuaries. And I have found that something happens when you daven on Zoom. That hearing those tunes and seeing the faces of the rabbi and the cantor and the other congregants sacralizes my space. It changes the atmosphere in my space. I do a number of things. I don't really have a special space in my apartment that I don't use for anything else. I don't have that big an apartment. But I use my dining room table. I clear it off of everything. No newspapers, no dishes, no nothing. I have a clean tablecloth on it. So on it is only my Siddur and my Torah and my computer, now apparently a sacred object. And one time when I was laning, I went and put on shoes. I'm always barefoot in my house, just for my own comfort. But there was something about laning barefoot that didn't feel right, probably because of the associations of being barefoot and mourning. So I went and put on my sandals, and no one knew or noticed, including my husband who was in the room with me, but I knew, and somehow it just felt right. Of course, I wear my talit, and that also brings the sense of the sacred close. And I found that there is a certain intimacy to this kind of davening. The rabbi's face, your face, the laner's faces, they are right there. They fill the screen when they're on. And when you talk, you are the only person talking, and the whole congregation can hear you. And so I come away from this with a sense of intimacy and a certain refreshment of spirit, the same way I feel when I come away from regular shul. So that has been my experience, and I wish everyone an early Shana Tova.
Thank you so much to Claudia for sharing those reflections with us. Now, here are 3 things you can do to prepare your Mikdash Me'at at home. First, simple. Determine what space you will use for prayer during the holiday, and make sure you know where you're going to be each time you tune in to our live stream. Then use that space for other holiday-related activities to set the proverbial table for your future prayer experiences. And lastly, you consider stand in your prayer space before the holidays and call someone who you would normally sit near during services. Share a moment with them to help dedicate the space.